to get into this one because some team's going to have to rise on up because, you know, some team's going to have to go to that lower bracket. Now, looks like we're going to be getting straight into things here, Pilski.
Yep. Very, very fast push straight out long here for ex-Direwolves. Just going very quickly, not even taking time to sort of line up those cross smokes just yet. And out they come. They're going to be getting across to this site scot-free. But in the meanwhile, Alistair is on that very quick flank with Ins in tow. So looking to line up a couple of those long-range USP shots. I'm not sure if A-Box going to be checking them in time. He does turn around and actually... Oh, I thought that was going to be a multi-frag in there.
There's a world where it could have worked out. However, it's all up to Sterling. Man's gone, though. So, before they're given a chance to even fight there in the post plant, Renegades just collapse in. And there you go, Mitch. It's another pistol in the bag. And they're all going to quickly send a message with the USPs as well. So, plenty of time to get this defuse off. Better just let them know. Let them know. Domination in a can as we jump into the third.
Very nice.
Yes.
Well, that's, again, I mean, if you're going to be closing out that anti-force, I'm still waiting for that. We'll see, because you can see, again, ex-Direwolves going straight for these Galils. This is where I'm keeping an eye on the CT body. How many of these M4s are we going to see? At least 2. Alistair, considering his options, he had 99 armor. 99. Just lost that 1 point of the armor, so he has to spend 1,000 upgrading, which is always a feels bad moment. But after all said and done, 3 M4s. So this is kind of what I'm looking at, where I'm like, is this the meta that's going to start killing the second round by? But that's a conversation for another time, because this round is really heating up. A triple push into upper dark. That is absolute insanity from Renegades.
Well, they've got a world of control over towards the B side. I think it's going to be Ali to try to hold down the fort. And Man will do well for 1, but he's only got 9 HP to play with here. Molly as well. Almost burning them out of the corner. Hazard slowing things down, but worrying about his flank. And in come the CTs from lower dark. Savage wants to have something to say about it. But he's going to be able to slide away up short, not spotted. And he's got that bomb as well. So might actually be able to get the bomb plant. But Renegades able to play for the retake.
They're just getting in the face of ex-Direwolves, not letting them have any room to breathe at all. That is insanity on that second round. A triple push into upper dark with the rifles. Bomb does go down for Savage, but he's just got too many targets to fire at. And Renegades, they close out that second round anti-force with 4 players up. And again, the 3rd map in a row. This is an extremely strong economic start for the CT side.
Well, what are we going to see into the third? Renegades already with 3 A1Ss in play. 1 more dropped across, and Hats with the money in the bank is going to buy himself another. Loving this weapon at the moment. You can see that they are definitely putting some priority on it. Ex-Direwolves able to buy up a couple of Deagles, maybe find some impact with it. But for now, Renegades look like they are going to have, what, like a 80% chance to win this round?
Oh, yeah, at least. I mean, the Eagle's always dangerous, but that's definitely going to help out. That's just great crosshair placement and timing out of Licky. A little bit fortunate. Find that opener. Next, Direwolves going to vacate that long area, start working back towards that middle of the map, get towards Catwalk, but they don't have any grenades to work with, so it's going to have to be some more sharp shooting.
Well, Ince got himself that upgrade to the A1 that Malta dropped. Ex-Direwolves now just looking to take some contact here. The noise going to be made by some CTs at long, but in comes the train of T's. And Ins off the back of the nade is just going to go in for 3. It's up to Savage and Hazard to make this happen, but it's all down to the little man Hazard. 1 on 3. Just trying to find a line, tapping away. No head found. Yet to get on the board for himself, but just decides to wrap around. He's got a minute to play with. Bomb, of course, up there on the elbow, and hard for him to retrieve, but the A1S just very accurate at range. Now he will just spam away and secure a 3rd for Renegades. Off to a solid start here on Dust2.
Yeah, the CT sides have been super oppressive today. HE nades being... Look, two HE sitting on the ground in spawn. This is what I'm talking about. This is a very real thing I think we're going to start seeing a lot. Is just these HE nades being chained up onto site, chained towards Catwalk against that T-side default. That seems super, super strong at the moment. That is a nice little gap shot from Sterling. A little bit harder to hit that when you're dropping down into suicide, but this man is so proficient at that exact kind of shot We saw it when before the doors changed. He was able to hit that a massive percentage of the time, and even now, still good enough to do so. So a little bit of chip damage up on the extremity here instead of towards middle. That's something we've seen a little bit more as well. AWP's looking for picks in towards upper or long instead of towards that middle area.
Ooh. Nice nade line up there as well.
Yeah,
Find
and
some-
look in straight into CT, picks up another HE nade.
Oh, that's it. So just util everywhere for everyone. A whole lot of fun.
Yeah, there's another one. Drops that one. He picks up another one from CT spawn. He's going to start just... This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is actually kind of dumb. I don't know if I like it.
Let's
He's
see
got
how
another
it goes.
one.
He's just the king of the nades, man. He's the king of the nades, and that's why they're giving it to him. But are they going to give him B ramp control? Maybe. Ince has found another over the top of the smoke now, and it's all up to Hats to try to hold here in a crossfire on B with your boy Sicko as well. And the T's just waiting, pumping those brakes just at the right time. Molly from Hazard is going to force out from this position. Hat's now out in the open, but he will be burnt away after fighting one of his own. Sicko, though, not spotted initially at Karlicky, close to trade. He keeps it closer to 2v2, but over towards the smoke as it faded. Ince has managed to find a line. Sterling falling, and it's all up to Licky, 1-on-2. And RNG looking to go in as quickly as they possibly can. The lineup's there, but the trade is 2. So Malta takes it through for a 4th for Renegades as the B-site retake comes in clutch. Orb saved as well. And Renegades couldn't be asking for too much more there.
Bomb plant down, though, with the lost burners built up for ex-Direwolves. They can go straight in for another buy. So still trying to put that pressure on, and at least they have taken 4 guns off the Renegades. So that keeps the window open for that economic reset. Oh, it's so dumb, though. Yeah, how many nades did Ince throw that round? Like 5 or 6? I can't get over it. Look, they're dropping them again.
I remember ages ago, I can't remember which coach it was, but a coach either on Renegades or maybe even earlier when Ince played for Order, their coach said to the rest of the team, just watch Josh.
No, it was Mitha.
Watch
It was
Ince."
Mitha.
Was it Mitha?
Yeah,
It was
Mitha.
Mitha. Oh, you remember that too? He said, just learn to throw your nades like Ince.
Yeah.
And everyone had to learn it. But now they don't need to because Ince is here to throw all five.
That was on Geographically Challenged.
Was it?
We got Mitha on for an episode, and he was
Aren't you
he was
glad
saying that.
You've got one avid viewer.
Yeah. You're also a guest.
Very true.
Ince. Not chucking any HE nades just yet. But yeah, there we go. It's going to throw a deep one. And back into CT spawn. Picks up another HE nade. In the meanwhile, look, I'm going to stop focusing on it. Or I'm just going to keep talking about it this whole cast.
It's gold. It's gold to see.
I'm just going to get way too triggered, Max. So look, we're gonna focus back on the T side. They've got that catwalk control. Pretty good setup for RNG, though. You're looking at this goose ramp kind of configuration. Definitely could work.
Well, plenty of util to go for the execute, but 30 seconds, so the clock is certainly against them for the moment. Ince looking to take contact on ramp with a goose player too, and he's going to spam one through the smoke, make it a second! Ridiculous from Ince here on ramp. How's he been allowed to do that? He's thrown one flash, and he's barely seen the T's, and Sicko as well. Not going to be cleared. Licky's got bomb in hand. He's mopped up. Ince with another, and Renegades, look at that. A perfect round. 5 alive.
Oh, we were talking about that window for economic reset. You can forget about it with a convincing round win like that one. Another great HD grenade from Ince. That did a lot of damage. Definitely softened those T's up, and they were coming up catwalk. Ex-Direwolves. Honestly, like, in DreamHack Open, running the clock down was working quite well for them, but I feel like today it hasn't actually been that effective, really.
Awkward situation. Ince just able to stand in the open for a moment. Picks up one. Has it a trade with the D. Gets a body tag onto Ali too, but Ali is that big green. The actual orb, not just the budget one. Smoke as well, refreshed towards the pit there for Malta to try and survive, but his shadow is spotted. And APOC, he's going to line that one up and not let Malta get away scot-free. Jump on the corner. Shot baited, but Apok cops it in the leg. He takes the line, but Sicko happily picks up the rest of the round. Coming in, janitorial duties there with the 8-1S. And into the 7th we go. Ex-Direwolves unable to get the plant, but still they only half bought. And they've got max round loss bonus and a whole lot of cash to play with here.
Dude, what is going on with these CT sides today? I'm trying to do the math right now. What is that? 9 plus 7, 16 versus 26 is the separation. It's like a 10-round difference more on the CT side, which is not normal at all in this current meta. I think this A1S change is actually really changing up what side is a bit more dominant. Keen to see how it does actually play out in some of those more top-tier matches, which obviously the great thing about IEM Fall is we get round-the-clock Counter-Strike, so there'll be plenty more games where we can see how this sort of breaks down. Sterling, however, he has found that first pick, and Savage is literally where the T's buy guns.
Well, let's see if he can get some kills where the T's buy guns. But it's patience for the moment. Is he going to hard clear the corner? Spotted. No, it's at range. Barely has to move his crosshair. Big damage from the A1S, but it is going to be a trade. And a site found now for ex-Direwolves. All up to Ince, the man on 42 HP. He's got another nade in hand. Not able to get too much damage off with that one, but his position is now known. Apox heard him drop down towards Xbox. The save has been called. So with this save as well, you can have a look there. Malta, he's on 1,400 in the bank. He's going to be able to get dropped across a rifle, and Renegades should be able to buy into the next. So ex-Direwolves, pretty worried about their own economy. If they can keep both big greens in play, then they're going to be happy as Larry. Just to start to try to find a bit of momentum here in the first half. But I bet you they're happy to get their first round on the board.
Oh, for sure. I don't know if they want to double AWP on the T side, especially with the new change, but keeping 4 guns up, definitely a must here. And it's good to see that. I want to see them contest. I want to see them win this next gun round because I'm actually kind of getting sick of these massive one-side scorelines on the CT side. I want to see a little bit more fight back, a bit more of a back and forth half. Like I said before, you know, DreamHack Open, Dust2 game in the grand final there, a 16-14. I want to see no less than that here. Like, OT would be a great way to cap off this series with how quick those first couple of maps were.
Very true, but what's going to be happening here? Ince can't see a damn thing, and Licky going out backwards, flicks around on the top, and it's more than enough to get them that long control. Ali will be able to get back to site safely, but 2 players already gone skis. Ince and Malta taken out of round number 8. But Renegades, they're looking to go forward on this one. Sicko lurking up behind the smoke, and he's just going to edge forward, really backing himself with the A1S. And ex-Direwolves, not going to be fully ready for it. Awkward situation, nade to the corner. Just enough zoning to get Sicko back to safety.
He's picked into 3 people and still somehow managed to keep himself alive. It's kind of ludicrous. Ex-Direwolves running the clock down yet again. You know, this is what they've kind of been doing for a while yet. 2 smokes still available to them, but no flashes. So they're not going to be able to peg flashes up above car. In the meanwhile, Renegade's not doing nothing with this time. Oh boy, that is a nice shot from Sterling. Does clean off that ace site. Renegades were double pushing up Catwalk, and Sicko going to get back across towards Gandalf and trying to make a bit of a play here.
Mollied, and he decides to go forward, trying to play over the top of the smoke, but if someone's on the back wall looking at Hazard here, there might be a chance for him to get struck, but he's not going to be able to do any damage before falling, and it's a clean one coming out of the ex-Direwolves camp. 5 alive, and the economy can start to build.
We got a game. We got a game on our hands, for sure. Ex-Direwolves, couple of clean rounds. Their money is going to be very, very nice for the foreseeable future. Renegades still haven't had their loss bonus build up just yet, so even this next buy, not going to be too crash hot. We're not going to see any crazy utility drops or anything like that. So, in most cases, this is where we see a bit more of a back and forth half. Okay, so actually, dropping on that player's head in Suicide, I guess, is quite affected by the spawns, hey? If you get that B tunnel spawn, you actually can't really get on that line until the cross comes in. But if you spawn right in front of it, I guess it's a bit of a different story. Never really thought about it that way.
It's a new situation, you know? However, it looks like there's a whole lot of action over towards mid early. Sicko trying to find something through the doors, but won't connect initially. Two-man push-up short, and Ali, he's going to be able to finish off Hazard. Falling down through the corner, though, Sterling barely able to find him. I thought that AK might have been retrievable, but Sicko fell away to safety.
Yeah. Sterling's not interested, man. He literally just lights that AK on fire. He says, if you want to come get this, then best of luck. And he's going to juggle it away. Progression smoke up onto the catwalk here. As ex-Direwolves going to start making their push up in towards his A site. Malta, very white. This flash coverage has been quite good from ex-Direwolves these last couple of rounds.
Sicko in a bit of a rough position himself in this short push coming in as well. Two players here. It's Licky able to find one, but the trade comes through from Hats. And now maybe a chance if Hats can find something. Sterling, though, straight onto Sicko. And Hats just decides to look for the save. Keep the AK in play. Have that one tap potential for Renegades into the next. But ex-Direwolves, as you can see, they've stacked on 3.
Yeah, they're stacked on a lot of money as well. That will help them going forward deeper into this half as we head into round number 10. Still quite a few rounds left to play with in the half. But seeing the tees with this strong of money, this is where you'd probably be backing a close-ish kind of half, like a 9-6 kind of scoreline, most likely. 9-6 or an 8-7. Oh, speaking of one tap potential, that was pretty quick.
He's fast on it sometimes. And, you know, the good thing about the AK in the hands of Hats is he can't right-click and take the silencer off. So
yeah, that's true. And actually, in that Alistair interview as well, I wanted to focus on what Alistair was saying, but Hats was watching anime on his computer in the background, and I can't remember a single word, honestly.
He said, no, anyway, I'll tell you later what they said, Mitch. Everyone else watched it and listened, except for you.
Something about Australia being an island, so maybe a bit of a geography lesson for all the viewers in chat.
Something like that. Well, APOC, looking to do some orienteering over towards the B site. Might have threaded the timing. Flash through, Hats from above. Can't get anything done. And there's a flash coming in from Inns to try to support Sicko on side. It works for one, but not another. Savage able to trade. And the numbers almost there, except Inns has snatched one away through the doors, through the smoke, through bloody everything. And it might just be the flood onto site. Bomb not tapped yet, but still plenty of time for ex-Direwolves to play with. Ali going in off the back of the flash, straight through the smoke. Now flooding. There's 2 for Alistair. And it's up to Sterling, just dancing around here at Heat. Needs to isolate a fight, but it's a swing around, bring around the Rosie. Secondary, not going to be enough. And it's Ali to find all the kills on the retake. 8 HP. Absolute criminal.
Just chaos, mate. Not a single moment's quiet. And that's what we need you for, Mac. Your lung capacity is just immense. I don't think I could keep it up for as long as that. That was, again, like another great flash in for ex-Direwolves, catching a player full blind. That's kind of been their superpower so far this half. But the retake a little bit too strong there for Renegades. Sterling just couldn't get himself an angle, unfortunately. And, you know, usually he's the player that is so good at locking down those post-plant positions.
Well, it's going to be a absolute bloodbath here at long again. Licky in the smoke, falling to Inns eventually. Molly at blue, forcing everyone back for the moment, and the smoke too. So, after all said and done, 3 Ts fall for 1 CT, and Renegades are going to be very happy with this situation in their hands. 3 towards A, though, and Hats, off the back of that, they knew that pretty much all the Ts were over towards long, so he's gone for an aggressive play, just hunting for this info.
Apox doing what he does best, though, taking initiative. Whoa. Sterling switched on, but unfortunately not quite calibrating the aim correctly, and now Apoc done a pretty good job of reading the rotations, and again, both of the ex-Direwolves players aware of the possibility. Game sense on point, but aim not quite there to match it.
Well, into the 12th. Let's have a look at this team economy graph that you were talking about before. And ex-Direwolves, stonks are definitely there for them at the moment. But Renegades are certainly on the comeback train and starting to get a few more laid down on the board. Oh, Savage looking to throw a couple of fake flashes out long. No one committing off the back. It's just the tons control, and Sitko spotted, dealt with also early. And everything slows down again. But ex-Direwolves with the man advantage might just be able to convert another.
Yeah, they need to because they're out of money now. I was talking about that big bank that they built up, but losing those 2 gun rounds in a row, they're kind of being put on the ropes now. Malta able to get a frag back as well over towards that long area. So Savage getting caught on the extremity is really not what you'd want in ex-Direwolves' case. And actually Malta, he continues to push through long heart. Sterling, or Licky rather, has got that on lock. APOC, all of the extremities just so active right now.
Oh, Hazard, his position. So damn sneaky. Insto. Patient as ever. And he may just be rewarded. But how long can Hazard wait here? Well, too long it seems. Ince spots his shoulder on the push and brings it back to the 3-on-3. Now a chance for Renegades to get back in the round when ex-Direwolves got that early opening.
Yeah, run boost across the line. Not really going to matter too much. They kind of fluffed it a little bit. Alistair, though, on the off angle here, could be quite powerful.
Let's see who's sharper on the big green as the A-site hit comes in. 20 seconds on the clock and 18 to plant. Crossing across there, Licky still needs to make his way to site. Molly at CT just to provide a little bit of extra cover, but it needs to be all Licky to get this done. Ali over the top of the smoke just destroys Sterling there. But still, the time is ticking down, and so is Licky. Ince and Hats team up to close out the round. Licky not given any space to plant there. No opportunities. It's Renegades grabbing them all.
Jeez. I was hoping for something, Mac, but 3 in a row for Renegades. They crushed that T-side economy. And once again, we're seeing another one of these very one-sided CT halves. That was a nasty flick from Alistair.
Yeah.
That's what makes him such an exciting player to watch, is he hits some absolutely nutty shots. Half buy in here for ex-Direwolves. Trying to make something work for themselves. They're really running out of room here in this half. Best they could really hope for is realistically a 10-5 unless they're making some kind of an upset happen with the Eagles. Very quick on the mid to B. Have actually caught Renegades off guard a little bit.
Smoke fades and Ali tries to pick them off like flies. Finds himself 2. Savage can't make it through the door. And has his 10 HP, hoping for something in the smoke. Goes for the knife and he'll find it as well. Right click in the back. See you later, APOC. And it's 5 alive for Renegades as we send it into the 14th. I would not be surprised if Renegades take attack pause here.
I haven't seen attack pause for a while, to be honest, but no BM pause this time around, I don't think, Mac.
Damn. It's my favorite kind of pause, Mitch.
Yeah. I thought Pico's pause would be your favorite, but anyway.
Popcorn fix, actually. But, see what happens. Long for the moment. Flash in, Hazard jumping across him, and he's not going to be able to see a damn thing, but neither can Malta. It's the Molly that comes out with the kill. Ince as well. And we'll find a headshot over the top of the Molly. And everything just gets really damn awkward for ex-Direwolves, trying to push off the back with contact over towards the other side of the map. And it's worked for 1 for Savage, but he can't double it down. Ince too sharp, and it's up to Licky with 1 minute and 20 on the clock. 1v4, and the round's almost over.
Yeah, and if this doesn't go well for him with no bomb plant, the next buy is not going to look so great for ex-Direwolves. And Alistair's going to clean him up. Again, it kind of seems like, you know, the trio of ex-Order players kind of rolling ex-Direwolves at the moment. And in general, across the board, Renegades looking rock solid in these last 2 maps. Now we're looking at this buy. It's looking a little bit depressing, to be honest. We're going down to a couple of Galils. We don't really have many HE nades or Molotovs to work with. Licky's got no head armor. It's not what you want to be fighting for your 4th round with.
I hate to see it, but it is going to be Licky going out all on his lonesome to pick up the first kill of the round, but no one to trade him. As Malta comes in. So it's back to the 4-on-4. And with just 20 seconds in, ex-Direwolves all gravitated towards the B side of the map. Just looking for that tons control, making sure no CT aggression came through, which Renegades conditioned them with really early on in the half, but then decided to go passive instead.
Trying to reroute back towards this cat control, but Alistair He's not really the player that you want to be running into at this point in the half. They're actually going towards long, and it's a bit of an anti-timing foul there. Apoc's going to be given a freebie as that man starts to walk towards top middle. Now Hat's making the mid-round play, taking upper tunnels.
Oh, Sicko edging forward here. Can he find a timing? Oh, awkward opportunity there. Apoc, though, he's pulled out some util. And same can be said for the opposite way. Sicko just wafting off his gun for the moment. Apoc found lurking over towards mid. And now a chance for Renegades to get back in.
No doubt, once you lose that mid control, things get way more awkward. All of these players kind of stacked up on the site, and Hats just drive-bys Hazard.
We got last 2-on-2 now. Savage trying to play underneath the smoke here, and he finds another head. Sharp shots from him, but it's up to Sicko. The AWPer come rifler here for Renegades. Looking to win it in the 1-on-2, but Sterling's feeling it. And there you have it. Renegades 11-4 are going to lead into the half. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got a halftime break to get to, so don't go too far. We'll see you on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half for IEM Fall 2021, where Renegades are currently 5 rounds away from making their way not only to the grand final of IEM, but also qualifying for the major. Positioning themselves in the grand final will give them enough points to make it all the way into the major. No one else can catch them at that point. So into the second pistol we go, and Renegades now showing us what they know here on the T side. And it's a slow approach, expecting some lowers aggression from ex-Direwolves.
Yeah, they're doing some cheeky, sneaky stuff. Initial utility over that long area. Xbox smoke comes out from Renegades. Hats probing middle. But the rest of Renegades, outside of tunnel, biding their time and now starting to explore the rest of the map. But this has given more time for the CTs to position themselves accordingly. You got someone back plat. Could line up a couple of heads on the entry into the site here for Renegades.
Well, there's that contact up short. Are they going to trigger any rotations? Not just yet. And Hats will come out victorious. Is that going to be enough to pull them? No, not just yet. In comes the util, but with that pick, they decide to send it up short instead. Hoping to maybe catch some CTs out of position. With 45 seconds, they don't have to go for the full commit just yet.
One flash on Alistair. He's good enough to just full blind Sterling. He's going to limit his options on the cross here as he tries to pluck a couple of heads, but he's just finding no luck at all. Mac and Malta is just going to put him in the dirt immediately. Bomb plant goes down. Retake on middle, and he's going to clean that one up as well.
Able to get one, but not the second man, but they know has his position, and he has to make his way up Xbox against 3 Ts. Savage hasn't tapped it yet, but he's got himself a kit to play with, has it down. But again, it's going to be so hard for Savage to do anything here. He's got an extra 5 seconds to play with the kit on his belt. But other than that, oh, this is rough for him. RNG just 100% in the round, making sure there is absolutely no way Savage can get away with a round. And there it is. It's going to be 5 pistol rounds in the pocket of Renegades this series. And it's now 12-4. Just 4 rounds away from the W.
At a very one-sided first map on Nuke going the way of ex-Direwolves, and it's almost like since the very start of Vertigo, Renegades have just flipped the switch and said, "Nah, we're not leaving this down to chance. We're not playing an extra series versus order. We're going to qualify for the major today. No more putting it off. No more procrastinating." And ex-Direwolves clinging to very little at a 12-4 deficit. Going to try to once again make one of their second round buys work. This is something that they've been going for quite a while. So it's well within their comfort zone. But Renegades doing a bit of a default dance. Haven't taken that long control, but now starting to work middle, work towards catwalk. Surely Malta's able to defend his upper dark push. And that's a double for Sicko and Hats in the middle of the map.
Huge way to kick things off and dealing with those pistols nicely. It is MP5, finds some more impact as well. So it's not only the A1S that's got the buff, everyone's starting to really enjoy those silenced weapons. And APOC doing what APOC does best, pushing mid doors for info. But Renegades know that that's the case, so pick him up scot-free. It's all up to Licky, who's just hit an ear on short. Well, pretty out in the open, all things considered there on elbow. So will just be mopped up. And there you have it. 13 now on the board for Renegades. As ex-Direwolves bought in the last and now might have Renegades just strolling into a 14th.
Yeah, CT side comebacks. So difficult. And when you're buying into your first gun round at 14-4, assuming that this anti-eco goes the way that it's supposed to, yeah, like I said, I don't know what the percentage points of that are, but against Renegades, that's like, what, a 95%er or something? Maybe even more. Very, very low chance of winning this game for ex-Direwolves. So Renegades now need to go through the motions of this anti-eco, clean up at least 2 more of these gun rounds, and that's the major for them.
It's like they're just waltzing to victory, just doing everything right at the moment, but this is where things get hard, or, well, at least should be on paper. Speaking of paper, you got Sterling spending all his cash straight on the big green, no head armor either, so this Galil, this MP5 could have some extra impact. Same can be said on the Savage and APOC, who's gone for the double big green.
Yep. And full utility on the rest of the lads. You got a kit for Savage at least, but apart from that, if that goes down in a certain part of the map that's irretrievable, things going to be a little bit more difficult. Very quick utility straight out of B, trying to pull some util or a bit of an overreaction out of ex-Direwolves. The shoulders in towards lower, and APOC gets out scot-free. A nice start to the first gun round here for ex-Direwolves.
Nice. A little bit of damage. And we see some aggression finally coming through from the CTs. But is it enough to get them the round? You can see the rotation starting to come through. They're trying to figure out where they need to be and why and when and how. You know, asking all the questions.
And who?
Exactly. And when?
When did I ask?
That's the one. Now, Ali, just looking to go toe-to-toe with APOC here. Just looking for as much mid-control as possible. Bomb back towards Upper Dark and Renegades. The B split on the cards. They're here to send a message and they're here to close things out before ex-Direwolves can get those wheels rolling. Util coming through in Malta. He's trying to find a line as the backup site that has chosen to sit, but he's got absolutely no support here. Sicko as well, dominating the mid rotations, doing work now, and ex-Direwolves, things are not going well for them. Sicko just trying to bait out the shot, but it's the swing coming in, and maybe there's a chance for ex-Direwolves. Ints on 8 HP, Malta on 10. And they're in some very solid positions. Ali playing clutch on half HP over towards Car. There's moments before the push comes through, and it is, and oh, Ali's actually fallen first, so the mop comes through from almost everyone, but Savage, he's taking his teammate too, and it might have cost them not only the series, but another damn round, and Renegades take us all the way to 15. Ex-Direwolves have nothing left in the tank and have to force into potentially the final round here.
That's a tilt-up, no doubt. APOC's gone straight ahead and bought an M4 and hasn't got any armor for it. Oh no, he's cleaned up APOC in the back of the head. And Malta, just some great crosshair placement to close that one out. Renegades, 1 round away from securing themselves a spot at the major. They were so dominant last year across so many tournaments. They have performed well in so many RMRs. You know, they made it past the play-in stage of Cologne and obviously missed out on an opportunity of an international event. So they are itching to get back over there, and they are by far the most qualified team to do it.
Well, In's just waiting to drop this deep CT smoke. Renegades all in towards A long, and so are ex-Direwolves. Everyone over towards the A side of the map. They're just risking it for the biscuit. Let's see who's going to hit more. A couple of flashes come through, and Izzet has his time to strike. He's found one with an aggressive push through the smoke, but Sicko playing underneath Savage and gets spammed through the box. It's going to be Ali to pick it up. Who knows what way this one's going to go, but it looks like it's tilting towards Renegades now. Molly over towards Rampers. Licky has... Oh no, it's APOC! No armor! Gets some impact with the A1S, and the reload has to come through. Licky doing it with the MP9, but it's Ali to close it, and Renegades, they've done it. Booked their ticket into the grand